This is a very short video. Another one to get you to think. I just want to start out by just simply saying this. The world in which we live is void in knowing God. When I say God, I'm talking about God, the Creator, Yahweh, Allah, Jehovah. Just to mention a few names that he's been called, referred to by. So, do people really follow God on this planet? Don't take too long to answer that question. It's amazing to me how anytime you bring up God and religion and spirituality as it relates to a God, as it relates to a creator, people shy away from talking about it. Oftentimes because it puts them in a position to have to answer or be exposed. Not that that's wrong, but to be exposed that they are probably in the dark. Now, most of us know that when we came into this world, that there were things that we automatically start following that were given to us by people who are already here, family members, the government, religious organizations, school systems, corporate world, and so on. We were given instructions. We were given guides and or guidelines and rules and regulations. We didn't know anything about this world when we came from our mother's womb. We were taught. We were programmed. We were indoctrinated. So the real question is this a godless world? I'll answer that for you. Yes, it is. If there be any God in this world, it is because there are certain ones who choose to accept the true and the living God. So those and we as individuals accept the Creator. But by and large, the whole world does not follow the Creator. They just simply don't. Look at the governments. America is a culprit. There are other governments as well, but America is a culprit. America doesn't follow God, not the living God, not the true and living God. You might have people who are religious types or who are spiritual types in government, as there are in every other vocation in the world and in our country. But do they really, truly follow God, or do they follow man, mammon, follow the devil? Would God be responsible for all of the killing that's going on in these wars that we're having today? Is God responsible for that? Is the leader of Israel following God? And he's orchestrated all of these attacks on Hamas, supposedly. And over 25,000 people have been murdered by his military. Over 1,400 that were killed in his country from October. Okay, you can do the math. Approximately 114 people were killed when allegedly Hamas came and snuck through the night and attacked Israel. So that validates or affirms or confirms that he's legitimate as a leader to say that we're going to erase this group of people from doing this again, Hamas that is, by killing over 25,000 people and counting. 25,000 versus 114. Now, all murder and killing is wrong, but to avenge your country for less than 200 people being killed, by killing 25,000 plus and still killing people. And the vast majority of those people that's being killed by you are innocent men, women, and children that are not even your enemy. How do you justify that? How do you justify the fact that there are 2 or more million people without a home who had to go and hide in another country just to get out of the country that's their own homeland, that's being bombarded, destroyed? How do you justify that over less than 200 people being killed in your country just a few months ago? So, is this a godless world? Yes. God doesn't agree with that. God does not agree with you murdering thousands and hundreds of thousands of people for political reasons. He just does not agree. But you will have your day in judgment, all parties responsible. You'll have your day in judgment because there is blood on your hands. So yes, this is a godless world. Because when you step away from the Creator, all bets are off. You're not in favor with Him. He doesn't smile upon you because He's not guiding you. So, where's God today in the White House of America? Where's God at? As always, arguing, bickering, firing, impeachment proceedings, felony proceedings against a former president. Now, could this former president have done anything more than anyone else that's a politician has done? Why this one person? Why is he so vehemently attacked? I understand why. Because he doesn't want to follow the puppet master. You see, the puppet master is the one who's really running things. So because he wants to really do good, as much as lie within him, let's make that statement there. He wants to do as much good as he possibly can, according to what his ability would be. But since he's not playing the role all along the way they want him to play, let's just get him out the picture. Let's just destroy him. Because the other guys that preceded him were following the rules. Do these rules benefit the people? Or do the rules benefit the people in power? Mind you, the people in power are not the people in government. There are people in power that are much more powerful than the government. Now, those people in government are just simply puppets. They're just on stage, acting, pretending to be for the people. So, I say again, is this a godless world? Yes, the answer is true. It is a godless world. Because God doesn't cause all of this chaos. And God is not the author of confusion. Mankind stopped following God a long time ago. As a whole, there are some that are fortunate. There are some that are God's people for real. Not people who have been supplanted somewhere and called God's people. So, are you a man of God, the Creator? or a woman of God, the Creator? Or are you someone faking the funk, perpetrating a lie, saying that you are, but the fruits of your labor? That was one of my children that came in. So, again, is this a godless world? The answer is yes, in the sense that mankind is not guided by God, the Creator, because mankind refuses to follow God as a whole. But there are some, fortunately, that do follow God, the Creator. Are you one of those? And if you do follow God, is it just in part? Or do you dissect or pick and choose what part of God's law or rules you follow? Because some of it is probably too difficult for you to follow. Or you refuse to follow because it just doesn't fit you. Some people want to follow certain religious sects, some religious organizations, because they cater to their own personal belief systems. And they don't follow all of the rules of God, the Creator. I didn't mean to bore you. I hope that those who have an ear to hear again, that this was beneficial to you. Maybe it was something to get you to think. This is indeed a godless world, because all we have to do is look at the writing on the wall, look at how things are transpiring here or have transpired here on this planet up until this point. This is going to be the most trying, the most difficult year, and we are already in February, that any of us has ever experienced. This is a very, very hard, trying year with all of the things that's going on this planet, and I'm not talking about for the good. So stay prayerful, love one another, stop looking at people as being your enemies per se, but look to how you can make the world that we have today as better a place as you possibly can. And let's just simply start at home. That was it, and that was all.